Have you ever found yourself sitting quietly, perhaps with a cup of tea, and a thought pops into your head that you quickly push away? Maybe it's a whisper, a gentle nudge from your heart, about finding love again. It's a natural human desire, isn't it? To share your life, your laughter, your quiet moments with someone special. But if you're over 60, the idea of remarrying can feel complicated. It's not just about finding the right person. It's about navigating a landscape filled with hidden valleys and unexpected peaks that weren't there in your younger years. Many wonderful people at this stage of life carry the weight of past experiences. Perhaps the joy of a long marriage that ended, or the pain of a challenging divorce. And these experiences, while they shape us, can also make us hesitant. We worry about what others will think, about blending families, about finances, about starting over. It's a bittersweet reality that while our hearts might be open, our minds are often cluttered with practicalities and anxieties that weren't as prominent when we were younger. It's a universal truth that finding companionship and love is a beautiful thing at any age. But for those of us over 60, the path to remarriage comes with its own unique set of considerations. You see, it's not just about falling in love. It's about building a future with eyes wide open, making sure both your heart and your head are aligned. In this conversation, we're going to gently peel back the layers and look at 5 crucial things to really consider first before you take that momentous step towards remarrying after 60. These aren't obstacles. Think of them as guideposts, helping you build a stronger, happier foundation for your next chapter. And make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I have something that might truly surprise you. Let's dive right into the first of these important considerations. And it's one that often feels a bit uncomfortable to talk about, but it's absolutely vital: your finances and estate planning. When we're younger, marrying often means building wealth together from scratch, pooling resources, and working towards shared financial goals. But after 60, things are usually quite different. You've likely spent decades building your own nest egg, perhaps accumulated assets, pensions, investments, and quite possibly, you have children or even grandchildren from previous relationships. Your potential new partner will have their own financial history too, and their own set of responsibilities and perhaps inheritances they're hoping to pass on. The painful reality is that overlooking this step, or avoiding open and honest discussions about money, can lead to immense heartache and conflict down the line, not just for you and your new spouse, but for your entire extended family. Imagine a scenario where one partner has significant savings and property, and the other has very little, or perhaps one has accumulated debt. These aren't judgments. They're simply facts that need to be addressed. It's crucial to have transparent conversations about incomes, assets, debts, and what your individual financial goals are. Will you merge bank accounts? Will you keep them separate? What about property? If one of you owns a home outright, will the other contribute to household expenses? And what happens if one of you needs long-term care in the future? These are practical questions, not romantic ones, but they are absolutely essential for a stable and harmonious marriage. Beyond the day-to-day finances, there's the even more sensitive topic of estate planning. This involves wills, trusts, and ensuring your assets are distributed according to your wishes, especially when there are children from prior marriages involved. For example, if you own a home that you intend to leave to your children, but you marry someone new, without proper legal arrangements, your new spouse might automatically have a claim on that property. This can cause significant rifts and legal battles amongst family members after you're gone, turning a time of grief into a period of stressful dispute. It's not about mistrusting your new partner. It's about protecting your legacy and ensuring your intentions are clear and legally binding. Many couples choose to draw up prenuptial or postnuptial agreements at this stage of life, not as a sign of a lack of love, but as a deeply loving act of clarity and respect for each other's pasts and future wishes. Think of it as putting all the cards on the table. It allows both of you to openly discuss what you want for your children, for yourselves, and for each other, creating a clear roadmap that prevents future misunderstandings. This might involve speaking with a financial advisor and an estate planning attorney who specialize in these kinds of blended family situations. They can help you navigate the complexities of joint accounts, individual accounts, beneficiaries on life insurance policies, retirement funds, and how to structure your wills to protect both your new spouse and your existing family members. It's about creating peace of mind, knowing that your loved ones are cared for and your wishes respected, allowing you to focus on the joy and companionship of your new marriage without these underlying worries festering in the background. It truly is one of the most significant pillars for a successful remarriage after 60, laying a foundation of security and transparency. Another incredibly important aspect to thoroughly consider when remarrying after 60 is the complex and often delicate world of family dynamics. By this stage of life, you and your potential partner likely have adult children, possibly grandchildren, and established extended families. These aren't just individuals. They're entire constellations of relationships, histories, and expectations that have been built over decades. When you decide to remarry, you're not just joining two people. You're attempting to blend two well-established families, and that can be a far greater challenge than many anticipate. It's easy to focus solely on the excitement of your new love, but your children, particularly adult children, might react in ways you don't expect. They might be thrilled and supportive, but they could also feel protective, jealous, or even threatened. Sometimes, adult children worry about their parents' happiness, about their inheritance, or simply about sharing their parents' love and attention with someone new. They've grown accustomed to a certain family structure, and a new spouse can feel like an intrusion. It's crucial to have open and honest conversations with your own children before and during this process. Share your feelings, explain your motivations, and reassure them that your love for them remains unchanged. Listen to their concerns, acknowledge their feelings, and be patient. They might need time to adjust to the idea. The same applies to your partner's children and family. You're not just marrying your partner, you're entering into a new relationship with their entire family unit, and they with yours. Imagine holiday gatherings, family celebrations, or even just casual visits. Will everyone feel comfortable? Will there be unspoken tensions? It's important to understand that you can't force family members to immediately embrace your new spouse, or vice versa. The goal is to foster acceptance and respect, rather than demanding instant love or familial bonds that might take years, if ever. To develop naturally, a practical step here is to involve both sets of families in a gentle, gradual way. Perhaps start with casual, informal get-togethers rather than a grand, immediate merging. Let relationships develop organically. Understand that some adult children might always prefer separate family time with their parent, and that's okay. Respecting boundaries and individual needs can prevent significant friction. Don't put your children or your partner's children in a position where they feel they have to choose sides. The truth is, blending families at this age is less about creating one big, happy family overnight, and more about cultivating a mosaic of respectful, interconnected relationships. It requires immense patience, understanding, and a willingness to compromise and communicate, not just between you and your partner, but with all the key players in your respective family circles. Your happiness is paramount. But acknowledging and gently navigating the feelings and dynamics of your existing family unit is a sign of true wisdom and can pave the way for a much smoother and more harmonious new chapter together. Moving on from family dynamics. A third crucial area to consider when thinking about remarrying after 60 and one that often isn't given enough thought until it becomes pressing is the evolving reality of health and potential caregiving responsibilities. As we get older, our health naturally becomes a more significant part of our daily lives and our future planning. While we all hope for vibrant, healthy golden years, The truth is that chronic conditions or unexpected health challenges can emerge when you choose to remarry at this stage. You are also, implicitly, choosing to potentially take on the role of a caregiver, or accepting that your partner might become your caregiver. This isn't meant to be a discouraging thought, but a realistic one that deserves open and honest discussion. Have you talked about what happens if one of you becomes ill? What if one partner develops a debilitating condition that requires significant physical or emotional support? Are you both prepared for that level of commitment? This goes beyond simply being there for each other. It involves practical considerations like managing appointments, understanding medical conditions, potentially assisting with daily tasks, and navigating the emotional toll that caregiving can take. Many people at this age have already experienced caregiving for a parent or a previous spouse, and they understand the immense demands it can place on an individual. It's important to discuss your expectations and capacities. Are you both willing and able to step into that role for each other? Beyond the physical aspects, there's the financial burden of potential long-term care. Assisted living facilities or in-home care can be incredibly expensive, and these costs can quickly deplete savings that you might have intended for other purposes, or for your children's inheritance. Have you discussed long-term care insurance? Do you have a plan for how you would manage these expenses if they arise? These are not conversations for a first date, of course, but they are absolutely essential to have before committing to a lifelong partnership. It's about building a partnership that is robust enough to withstand not just the joys, but also the inevitable challenges that life throws our way as we age. Consider also that your partner might have pre-existing health conditions that you need to be aware of and understand. It's about full transparency and empathy. Just as importantly, discuss your end-of-life wishes. Have you both thought about advance directives, living wills, and powers of attorney for healthcare? While these are somber topics, having them clearly laid out ensures that your wishes are respected and that your partner is not left to make difficult decisions alone during a highly emotional time. Entering into a marriage at any age is a commitment to in sickness and in health, but after 60 in sickness takes on a much more immediate and tangible meaning. Addressing these health and caregiving realities head-on shows a profound level of maturity, respect, and deep commitment, building a relationship based on foresight and mutual support rather than unprepared surprises. It's about ensuring that your golden years together are filled with care and understanding, whatever the future may hold. Next, let's explore the fourth vital consideration: living arrangements and lifestyle compatibility. By the time we reach 60, most of us have established routines, cherished possessions, and a particular way of living that has become deeply ingrained. You might have lived alone for years, or perhaps you've lived in a certain home for decades, filled with memories and things that mean the world to you. Your potential new partner will have their own established home, routines, and preferences too. The decision of where to live after marriage is far more complex at this stage than it might have been when you were younger and perhaps more adaptable. Will one of you move into the other's home? Will you sell both homes and find a new place together? Each option comes with its own set of emotional and practical challenges. Moving into someone else's established home can feel like a guest perpetually. Even if you're married, you might struggle to make it feel like your own, to find space for your own belongings and integrate your own style. On the other hand, expecting your partner to give up their beloved home and move into yours can create resentment if not handled with immense sensitivity. And the idea of selling both homes and finding a new one together, while seemingly a fresh start, involves significant financial and logistical hurdles, not to mention the emotional ties to places that hold so many memories. It's crucial to have very frank discussions about what each of you truly wants and needs in a living situation. Are you both willing to compromise? Are there specific non-negotiables for either of you? Perhaps one of you cherishes a garden, while the other prefers a low-maintenance apartment. These seemingly small details can become major points of contention if not addressed proactively. Beyond just the physical space, consider your daily lifestyles and routines. Are you an early riser who loves quiet mornings? While your partner is a night owl who enjoys loud music, do you have different eating habits, social circles, or hobbies, for example? If you love to travel frequently and your partner prefers to stay home, how will you navigate that? If one of you is very social and the other is more introverted, how will you balance your need for connection with their need for quiet time? After 60, we've had years to cultivate our individual rhythms, and merging them requires a level of acceptance and flexibility that can sometimes be challenging. It's not about changing who you are, but about understanding and respecting each other's established patterns. Think about how you spend your free time. Do your hobbies align, or are they vastly different? This isn't to say you need to be clones of each other, but significant disparities in lifestyle preferences can lead to feelings of isolation or being dragged along. The goal is to find a comfortable rhythm together, one that respects both your individual needs for autonomy and your shared desire for companionship. You might decide to maintain separate spaces within the home, or even to live in separate residences for a period, sometimes called living apart together, which some older couples find offers the perfect blend of independence and intimacy. The key is open communication and a willingness to adapt. These discussions about how you'll live, what your days will look like, and how you'll merge your individual worlds are essential for creating a home and a life together that truly feels like a shared sanctuary, rather than a forced cohabitation. Finally, we arrive at the fifth, and perhaps most profound, consideration: your emotional readiness and the true nature of your expectations for this new relationship. When you're considering remarrying after 60, it's highly likely that you've experienced significant life events: a long marriage that ended in widowhood, a difficult divorce, or perhaps a period of contented singleness. Each of these experiences leaves its mark, shaping your emotional landscape and influencing what you seek, or what you fear, in a new partnership. The painful truth is that if you haven't fully processed past grief, hurt, or even resentment from previous relationships, those unresolved emotions can unwittingly seep into your new marriage, creating barriers and challenges that have nothing to do with your new partner. It's not about erasing your past. It's about understanding how it influences your present and your future. So, the first part of this consideration is about self-reflection. Are you truly emotionally ready to open your heart fully again? Have you given yourself time to heal from past losses, whether they were through death or divorce? Rushing into a new marriage as a way to avoid loneliness or to fill a void can often lead to disappointment. It's important to enter this new chapter from a place of wholeness and genuine desire for shared companionship, rather than a desperate need for a partner. Consider what lessons you've learned from your previous relationships. What went well? What could have been better? What kind of partner do you truly need and want now? At this stage of your life, your priorities might have shifted dramatically since your younger years. Then there's the crucial element of your expectations. What are you truly looking for in this new marriage? Are you seeking companionship, a confidant, someone to share adventures with, or perhaps a deeper emotional and physical intimacy? Are your expectations realistic for this stage of life? Sometimes, people unconsciously bring the expectations of a younger marriage into their golden years, forgetting that life stages bring different joys and different needs. For example, the desire for intense passion might be replaced by a profound need for comfort, mutual respect, and shared laughter. It's about being honest with yourself and with your partner about what you hope to gain from this union. Open and vulnerable conversations with your potential spouse about your emotional histories and your expectations are non-negotiable. Share your fears, your hopes, and your vision for your life together. Talk about how you handle conflict, how you express affection, and what makes you feel loved and secure. Many older couples find immense joy and a profound connection in a later life marriage precisely because they come to it with a greater sense of self-awareness, patience, and a clearer understanding of what truly matters. This isn't about grand gestures. It's about the everyday kindnesses, the shared silences, and the quiet understanding that comes from two people who have lived a little and learned a lot. Approaching remarriage after 60 with a clear understanding of your emotional landscape and realistic, aligned expectations is the secret ingredient for a deeply fulfilling and lasting partnership. It allows you to build a new life together on a foundation of genuine connection and shared purpose, embracing the wisdom and experiences that only come with age. So, as we bring our conversation to a close, remember those 5 crucial things we've explored today. We started by gently peeling back the layers of financial and estate planning, emphasizing the peace of mind that comes from clear, open discussions and smart arrangements that protect everyone involved. Then, we delved into the delicate dance of family dynamics, recognizing that blending established families requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to foster acceptance rather than demand instant bonds. We then moved on to the vital, yet often overlooked, aspects of health and potential caregiving responsibilities, highlighting the importance of honest conversations about future challenges and support. Following that, we navigated the practicalities of living arrangements and lifestyle compatibility, stressing the need to create a shared home and daily rhythm that truly nurtures both partners. And finally, we just talked about the profound importance of your emotional readiness and having realistic expectations, ensuring you enter this new chapter from a place of healing and genuine desire. Remarriage after 60 is a beautiful opportunity, a chance to find companionship, share your life's journey, and build new memories with someone special. It's not about finding perfection, but about finding partnership. And remember, small changes in how you approach these big decisions can truly make a profound difference to your happiness and the strength of your new union. You've lived a rich life, full of experiences, and you bring so much wisdom to any relationship. This isn't about being guarded, it's about being wise, thoughtful, and prepared for every facet of a new life together. Think of these considerations not as roadblocks, but as building blocks for a future filled with joy and security. Your golden years deserve all the happiness you can find, and approaching this big step with intention will help ensure it's built to last. I genuinely hope this conversation has given you some valuable things to think about, maybe even sparked some new ideas you hadn't considered before. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If you've remarried after 60, what was your biggest learning? What advice would you give to someone considering it? Please share your wisdom in the comments below. Your insights could truly help someone else on their journey. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who might benefit from this kind of honest discussion. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel too, so you don't miss out on more helpful content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Live your best life, full of love, wisdom, and joy, at every age.